What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm taking a little drive right now, but this is episode 1 of the funding challenge, the 50K My Forex Funds challenge, and we are 1 week in. Not gonna lie, we're down a little bit, y'all, but it's not bad. I'll get in the charts and show you guys the trades I took and kind of how my thought process was throughout the week, and I was actually down a little bit more than I am now, but was able to recover back, keep my psychology straight, and stick to my rules for the most part this week. So all in all, not a bad week. The charts were a lot more choppy than I was expecting, which is unfortunate because my setups have been hitting like before this week. Of course, the week I start the challenge, they start my setups start not acting right, so it's all right though. We're only down a little bit. Again, I'll get to the numbers once we're on the charts, but hope you guys like this video, and please let me know if you guys have any video ideas, if you guys have any suggestions for the future for my videos, and subscribe if you want to follow along for the rest of this challenge. I'm going to be showing you guys everything, all my trades, and showing you guys exactly, each week how I'm doing on the challenge until we pass this thing. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe if you do, and I appreciate you guys watching. Now let's get into the charts. All right, y'all, so let's get into these trades that I took week 1 of the challenge. So this is not going to be exactly every single trade that I took. I took a couple more, but they were like so small or so little wins that I'm not going to bother you with every single trade. But for the most part, these are going to be my big losses or big wins that I didn't get out early. So right here, the first one, we had a supply setup on AUD USD or AU. So AU, I had drawn up this nice little downtrend right here, and it had made all these rejection wicks. It made this supply right here. So I got in right here at the break of this green candle. Break of candle is usually when I get in on my supply or demand setups. It started going down. It was looking great. Boom, shot up, hit stop loss for 10 pips. So that's immediately down 0.5% on the challenge, which sucks, obviously. So the next trade, this was, I believe, on Wednesday. Took this trade, supply setup on EU, looked really good. It had broken structure to the downside. It was still trading above the 200 EMA though, which I usually would only look for buys above or sells below the 200 EMA. So that was one thing that did make it counter trend. It had this strong bullish momentum here, but this was a decent supply zone in my opinion. Plus this was a huge resistance from even further back that had bounced off of multiple times. So I was thinking, okay, I could catch at least 10-15 pips fairly easily before it goes back up. Unfortunately, I got in right here at the candle break. It started going down in my favor right here, wicked back up, and then boom, shot up, and it ended up going back down. And I believe it ended up going back down. Yeah, it ended up going even further, I believe, the rest of the day. So kind of unfortunate. Yeah, it went down. So that's kind of unfortunate, just wrong timing. I think it grabbed liquidity up here, so I have this dollar sign. But you win some, you lose some. That's the setup. I saw it. So a lot of the times that setup would have played out. If you guys traded this week, let me know if you guys took wins or losses. I know a lot of people have been saying this week and last week have been really tough. Last week I had a pretty good week, but man, literally ever since I started this challenge, the markets have been choppy, and a lot of my trades that I would usually hit aren't hitting. So unfortunate timing, but is what it is. You got to roll with the punches. So next we'll move on to this NASDAQ trade. Man, this NASDAQ trade, it definitely stunk. Also, I'm not used to trading on this broker with my Forex funds. So the contract size for NASDAQ and like SPX are a lot different than I'm used to. I'm used to entering, let's say if I enter like a one lot on NAS, like this trade would be like $500-600. But literally I had like 12 lots running and it was like a $200 win or something like that. Just to get, or like $250 just to get that like 0.5% win. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm just not used to the contract sizes on this broker. So it is what it is though. But this was more of a breakout trade. This trade had been coming down, created a demand here, and then looked like it was breaking out. Entered at the break of this candle, was going in my direction, boom, came down to this major demand zone, and then flew up. Flew up all the way, and I was actually going to hold this trade. I had my original TP set up like right here, like right around 50 points, but so that would have been a great, 1 to 5 risk to reward would have been a great trade. Probably would have made a couple percent on that trade, but like I said, is what it is. You gotta take the L's. So literally starting off with just straight L's pretty much. I had a couple small wins in between that I'm not showing here, but yeah, my major trades just were not hitting. It got better towards the end of the week though, y'all. It got better. So at this point of the week, which was Wednesday, I was down almost 2% at one point. So keep that in mind. I was down almost 2% on my challenge, which is a horrible way to start your challenge. By the way, mentally, it's very hard. 2%, I brought challenges back from 3% down, 4% down in the past, so it's not horrible, but definitely, not the best. But like I said, it did get better. So GJ, this was yesterday on Thursday. So had a great demand zone here, and it was playing in the zone so much, but it was consolidating and it was wicking out. It would be wicking down, come back, wick down, come back, wick down, come back, which is leading me to believe that it was not going to push down further and continue back up. Plus, I had this trend line, little bearish trend line drawn here. I was thinking if it breaks that, it's gone. So we entered the trade. Once it broke out of this demand zone, break a candle, boom, enter the trade, hit that trade perfectly, and I got out of half of my position here, came back. I had my other runner at break even, hit my break even, and then watch this, y'all. It literally hit my break even, and then the rest of the entire day was going up, down. But let me tell y'all, it ended this trade. If I would have held, it ended up going like 200 pips. Watch this. So it goes back down. It consolidates. This is like the afternoon, so I would have not traded this either way. Let me zoom out a little bit for y'all. But it ended up flying. And like I said, I wouldn't have held this trade to begin with, but if I would have, it would have eventually, it went like literally like 200 pips. Right there, it's like 130. If I were to keep going, it went another it went up to like 220, 230 pips total. Which this was a super simple trade, honestly. One that if my runner wouldn't have got stopped out at break even, I might have held the runner. In all honesty, it's easy to say that after the trade plays out, after you watch it fly 200 pips. Man, I could have held that. But in reality, was I really going to hold that? Probably not. I probably would have looked at my phone in the evening and then closed out, somewhere in this area, but still would have been a really nice trade. So that was a good win. Brought my account back. I think at this point I was down like 0.5% now. So now we'll go to today. Beautiful trade. Friday, absolutely beautiful. Again, Fridays are sometimes choppy, but one thing I've noticed is the earlier you trade on Fridays, the better. So once you get past 10 p.m. on Friday, I would not trust the charts. Sometimes there'll be setups that play out, but not really, to be honest with you. So this demand setup happened, came up, demand setup was formed here, came up, another demand setup was formed, came up here, broke this broke this high, so breaking a previous high, break of structure, came up, came all the way back down, and I was originally looking for entries at this zone here, but I didn't enter until break of candles, so I just waited, and boom, tapped, and it's right also at the 200 EMA, which I love. A demand or a supply zone in confluence with the 200, it plays out, yo. 9 times out of 10, that trade plays out for me. This little arrow was one that I had drawn when price was still way up here. I was like, okay, this is what I'm looking for to come back down to this zone and possibly come right back up. And then boom, entered, break a candle, boom, easy 1-to-1 trade. And I actually held a runner until a little bit further up here. But this was probably the best trade of the week. The GJ trade wasn't too bad either, but this one was like the cleanest setup of the week. Just instant rejection from the demand zone off the 200. Boom, break a candle. Never saw a drawdown. Well, maybe this little wick right here, barely any drawdown, and then boom, straight to TP, which is exactly what you want, especially when you're scalping. But overall, right now, it is Friday, my first full week trading. Well, technically Monday was a bank holiday, so Tuesday is what I really traded, when I really started trading the challenge. So down a little over 0.5%, which is not bad at all. Let me see if I could show y'all. I'm not sure how well y'all would be able to see this, but let's see. My balance is $49,646. Not sure how well y'all are able to see that, but my dog's barking in the background. But that is my balance. I'm sorry, my dog's distracting me. She's probably barking at someone walking by or something. But yeah, so definitely not the way I wanted us to start it. Obviously, would want to be up, over break even with the first week, but we still have like 28 days or 26 days, something like that, to trade this challenge. So I'm not stressing. There was one point when I was down like 2% on the challenge that I was thinking in my head, I'm gonna just start risking 1% per trade instead of 0.5% to get back up. But imagine if I would have lost those trades and would have put myself further back down, down 2%, down 3% on the challenge. I was like, no, let me just chill out. Let me focus on my trading plan. Take my wins, take my losses, just risking 0.5%. And it ended up, getting back to almost down just 0.5%. So definitely doable to come back from. Absolutely. If the charts move well next week, then I am expecting myself to be up at least 0.5%. And that's the goal. So I can start risking, a little bit more. Once I'm up 1%, then I can start risking 1% on per trade. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. Let me know if you guys like this style. I know I kind of went through these trades super quick, but just wanted to show you guys. Didn't want to bore you guys with like every single little trade I took, because some of them were like consolidating and I would get out early. Small loss, small win. So I'm not really going to show y'all every single little thing. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for, next week's video. Might post another video next week as well, on a different topic, but stay tuned. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what happens throughout this challenge. I'm going to be showing you guys my wins, my losses, and take you guys along this journey with me, hopefully to passing this challenge. So excuse me, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys have a good one.